Good evening. It's Monday, the 8th of February 2021. Book for the day: Human Crossings, 9 stories about refugees. And the story that I've been reading to you was written by Noha Nazar. Amina's Diary, a journey crossing the borders to human unity. And this is where we left the story. I must have lost consciousness. I was sinking further away from the surface of the tumultuous water. Down, down, down. I had sunk into the depths of the darkness, with no breath left. Elias, the rescue worker, said, "He spotted my white headscarf and fished me out. Thanks to Allah, Allah Akbar, I have been given new life. So many lives have been taken. I give gratitude as I remember the words of the Holy Quran. How can you disbelieve in Allah when you were lifeless and He brought you back to life? Then He will cause you to die. Then He will bring you back to life. And then to Him you will be returned. With this new life, I promise to do good and absolve those souls that were returned to Allah today. I pray their souls as I arrive in Athens Port, the 2nd of March 2016, Idomeni Refugee Camp, Macedonian border. She was no more than 12 years of age. We were queuing at the soup kitchen. The mud was thicker today. It hadn't stopped raining all night. There must have been a large influx of arrivals last night. The queue was almost twice as long. I prayed there would be enough food for all of us. I took my place in the queue and a wave of acceptance came over me as I patiently waited in line. The rain started to get heavier. This will test my patience, I knew. My thoughts were pierced by the aid worker shouting, "Out, nothing left, it's all gone." I couldn't believe it. I was only 4 people away from the window. My heart sank again. The girl in front of me started to sob. I reached out to put my arm around her shoulder. Without hesitation, she buried her wet face into my chest. We stayed in this strange yet comfortable embrace for what seemed like a long time. I felt an immediate bond with this scrawny, teary-eyed young girl. What was it about her? Was it her innocence, her youth, her vulnerability? Something in her reached out to me. I slowly guided her away. I looked ahead until there was commotion going on by the gates. The young girl asked a passerby, "What's going on?" I noticed she had a Syrian English accent. Her voice was meek. "It's the bread man," came the response. "He brings us bread that he cannot sell." I gave a sigh of relief. This is a small miracle. We walked up to this short, rotund, elderly man. His eyes were full of kindness, and his smile warm and loving. He looked at us. "Here you are. This is the last large loaf I have. The young girl clutched his hand and started kissing it. Thank you, she cried. Just a minute. The baker looked into his van and came out carrying a jam cake. Here you are. I come every day at about this time. I give away what is not sold in my shop. Tomorrow is Saturday, so if you want bread tomorrow, make sure you are here, as I do not come on Sundays. With her forlorn eyes, thank you so much for being so kind, and I don't even know your name. She told me her name is Rubina. I smiled at her warmly. I am Amina. She unwrapped the loaf of bread and broke off a piece of it for me. I embraced her more strongly. She took my hand in a playful way, and in the rain, she pulled me across the muddy ground to where her tent was pitched. And that's where we leave it for tonight. 9 Human Crossings, 9 stories about refugees, can be found on Amazon and on its Facebook page. Good night.